Alright, so today's video we are going to be talking about 10 reasons why sex should wait until marriage. So it is a very serious topic, and it's a topic that I'm serious about. I have my best friend here. We're going to talk about it. Her name's Halimah. And so yeah, we're gonna, simple as that. Like, you know, like the Bible clearly says that in Corinthians 6:18 that flee fornication. He that commits fornication sins against his own body. When you have sex before marriage, that's considered fornication. It's a sin. It's damaging. God doesn't like it. He created intimacy or sex for the bounds of marriage, not outside of it. It's not a recreational, fun kind of thing. You know, it's
Yep, and he demonstrated that in Song of Solomon, where he talked about Solomon and his wife and how he adored his wife, but they were married. That's the key point.
Oxytocin, it's a hormone, and it's like a serious hormone. It's the same hormone, I was reading about it, and it's the same hormone that is released when mothers breastfeed their children. So it's a hormone that binds people together, and so when you are having sex, like that hormone is being released. And so, you know, women, we have estrogen, and men have testosterone. Well, more of a percentage of estrogen, and boys have more percentage of testosterone. And so, like boys, the testosterone mutes the you know, has the ability to like mute the putting it or being more or less emotional when it comes to the subject. But women are much more you know, tied and attached. And so that's why we have to be careful with who we give ourselves to and who we you know, allow into our space, because it's like, it's a serious thing. And like sometimes with girls, if you are in a relationship and it's like you all are sexually active, he could be a dog, he could be stupid, he could be dumb, he just not the one. He not it. And but you know, you had sex, and so you feel like it's still some kind of connection. You like, okay, you know, it's something here, and it's not nothing there. But what's speaking is that oxytocin or oxytocin, or you know, that's what's speaking, and that's why you have to like, sex will make a marriage stronger if you guys are really actually in love and for the right reasons. You know, sex will like enhance the marriage, but you can't make somebody love you because you have sex. You know, it don't work like that. So that's why you have to be careful. Like, and you're just striving to get married. But if you have a courtship and you're sexually active during it, while you're, because courtship should be trying to find out if y'all are right for each other, if y'all are wrong, if y'all should be married. But if y'all having sex while y'all doing that, it really blurs your vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't see things straight because you have, like we said, the oxytocin is speaking, and so you're thinking about that connection, and you really not seeing things straight.
Okay, so if you have sex with him, then you're wondering, ooh, what will make me look sexy? I gotta get this, gotta get that. Or will he like it? Will he won't like it? And if he doesn't like it, then he just like stops talking to you, and you're just like, well, why isn't he talking to me? Like, I need to do more in this relationship. No, he should not put you through that, and you shouldn't put yourself through that.
That. Yeah. And then like, oh my God, boys are so immature. Like, boys talk.
Yes.
Like, you could like,
please don't do it.
He could bash you. Like, he could really bash your image. Like.
And be careful for like pictures you send out, naked pictures. Please don't do that.
2014. Please stop sending naked pictures. Please stop sending nude pictures.
And don't say, well, he loves me. He said I'm the only one that gonna look at it. Come on now.
He's showing everybody.
Yes. Many boys do that. They just be like, oh well, yeah, guy, look at this what she sent me, and da da da. And now you're up there crying in your room, and he's out there sitting. The picture is rotating. Once it's sent, it's gone. It's not yours no more. It's not your body no more, really. The picture's gone.
Yeah.
STDs or stuff, because condoms, all this stuff, it does not always protect. Condoms break, and it has broken many a times.
And people lie. You can ask them, people will lie.
Like, don't even believe it. Like, just go. Y'all both should like just go to the hospital, get checked out. But really, just don't do it at all, because you never know.
Oh my God, you never know. And then it's like, oh my God. So, like, it was so sad because I read the story. And so it was a girl. She only had sex with her boyfriend. So she's like, you know, she's like, okay, you know, I'm not a hoe, I'm not a slut, it's just my boyfriend. We've been together, okay. So she did it with him. And he ended up doing it with like, he did it with like another girl before her. That girl had like tons of people she did it with, and that boy had like several people he did it with, and it just like went back and back, and it ended up that one girl who only had sex with her boyfriend had really interacted with like 92 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like really, that's why it's so important to wait till marriage. Because when you do do it, y'all are it. Like it's just y'all two. It's not no other people involved. It's not no other. It's just y'all two. But with that, it was so many other people that had been touched with it. She ended up having HIV/AIDS. That's a deadly disease. Her whole life. Like, and then a lot of STDs and STIs don't have a lot of symptoms.
Oh yeah, so you can't tell. Like, you can't tell until you go to the hospital and actually get checked out for, like a minor cold or something you have. But other than that, you're never gonna know. Never will.
And then some STDs and STIs are really damaging because they affect your fertility. So like it's 5, 6, 7 years later, you're trying to have a child and you're not. You have fertility issues. Like you can't have a child because of a decision you wanted to make when you were 15, 16, 17, 9. It's 9-year-olds out here thinking it's okay to have sex.
You do not want to have a baby, especially when you're in high school, because I know some people personally who actually had to drop out of high school because they had a baby, and it's sad. It's like now they gotta get a GED. They have to stay at home, watch for the baby.
Whole life is on pause.
Huh?
Whole life is on pause.
Yeah. It's messed up.
And then it's like, okay, having a baby under the best conditions, like even if you have, a husband and you have a home and everything, you got your education, it's still hard raising a child. Like, no doubt, it's gonna be hard raising a child. I mean, if you want to say, like, the odds are kind of already against you, because raising a child is hard. Exactly. But then, like, okay, take out you're not married. You don't have a job, so you're not stable. I mean, we're only 16. I mean, does anybody really expect us to be, having jobs that are fully
able to... And your boyfriend, like, does he have a job? What is he going to do? Is he going to be there? Is he going to be for the nights the baby is staying up all night long? He's not going to be there, is he? No, he's going to be at his house. Is he going to provide? Is he going to even stay with you? Like, because some boyfriends, once they say, oh, it's not my baby, or...
You think you're ready to be a father?
And that forces people to get jobs. That forces people...
It just puts a strain on your life. Like, and then the likelihood of y'all staying together is so slim.
Yeah.
It really is. And that's sad. Like, I hate to say that, but it's really slim. And then the other thing we have to think about that is that having a child is not just about, like, biology, being able to create one, but you have to be, like, intelligent. Like, you have to be smart as a mother because all of that is going into your child. Like,
and let's not even talk about in middle school, because really you shouldn't even be thinking about that.
No, it's really, it's a real subject because it's girls pregnant in middle school.
Yes.
No, it's like so serious.
Yep. Generations and generations are just like getting worse and worse.
And then pregnancy with the abortion, like we live in an age where like abortion is like so mainstream, like that's like it's an easy thing to do, or it's okay. That is hard. Like that's not easy to do. Like people, like they really make, well, at least for us girls, like, they make it seem like it's okay. You have a child. Find out early enough so you can do something about it and stuff like that. Like that stuff lives with that girl forever. Like you killed a life. You murdered somebody. Like that child could have been a cure to cancer. Child could have been a cure to so many diseases and things like that. You could have changed the world, but you killed it.
That stays in your mind too because you
can't get over that.
Connected. You knew you was having a baby, and people talk about abortion, and you're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. But it'll stay with you, so you shouldn't do it. Just don't have sex.
You're going to remember all those. You're going to remember the birthdays that never happened. You're going to... Yeah. So, like, the benefit of, being married and doing it as opposed to being young, Like, a lot of times people are young, they're, like, sneaking around and stuff like that. And that you don't feel secure. You don't really, feel happy. Like, like you sneaking around before your mom comes home or behind your dad's back and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's not happiness. That's not security. And then, like, the other thing is that you never know, like, on a day-to-day basis, like, you never know if that boy is just going to wake up one day and leave you, if he's going to wake up one day and just have a change of heart, if he's going to wake up one day and say, I don't love you. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't know. But, with marriage, it's so much more security. You guys have committed your lives to each other.
Vows. Like,
vows
what's
before
that
God.
That marriage day, like, you actually said that you would stay through them in sickness and health, rich or poor. You're with them, and you have that security that he's going to be with me, and I know he's going to be with me when I have this child, or I know he's going to be with me when, I don't want to, I have sick days, or I have problems, raising a child. He's going to be with me, so he's going to actually have my back. Like with a boyfriend, you don't know, like, he said he loved you, but a lot of boys say they love you, but do they actually really love you is the question.
Yeah. And it's just like it's so much unnecessary heartbreak. Like you really put yourself in a situation to just really get hurt, like really badly. Like if you have a relationship and y'all end up having sex and y'all break up, like that junk is damaging. Like it takes that hurts.
Because you're actually committed to the first person you give your virginity to. You're going to have a connection with them. Usually, sometimes with the men, it's not really so. It's more with the woman. They have a more connection to the guy. So if a guy just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to tell her I love her, you know, have sex maybe a couple of times and leave. And that's all I wanted. And see, girls who have the virginity is really good because boys don't, like, they haven't discovered you like, oh yeah, I had sex with her. Oh yeah, I already did that. It's just like, oh yeah. So
you're not like precious.
Yeah. Pure. Like pure. Untouched.
Hormone. You know, it can blind you because you're not seeing things for what it was because you have this you know, hormone that's connecting you all. And so like you can't, like when you don't have all of that kind of stuff going on and you haven't done it yet and you're trying to you know, you're learning about that person, you can see like, you know, he likes to do that and that's, oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't see how that could work out. And you know, like, you can really see things, but it's like, you know, if you have that, you know, if y'all done it, you kind of like, well, I mean, it's alright. Like, you know, we can figure something out. I mean, it's cool. He told me he loved me, and we, you know, like you still, you know, like you still high off of that, and you're not seeing this for what. So you really will end up, you know, marrying the wrong person. And then like nobody wants to go through divorce. Nobody wants to go through, you know, pain and stuff like that. And divorce, let's not even start on that. It's like it's really bad.
Yeah, it is. And especially if you have children, because that just messes the whole children's lives up. You know, like, well, I want to live with my mom and my dad, but then it's okay. It'll work out. But, you know, you don't want to really put your children through divorce because it changes people's mindsets sometimes. And
it doesn't hurt. Like, the Holy Quran says that Allah hates divorce, but He loves peace. God loves peace more. He loves peace more, so He allows it. So He allows divorce for the cause of peace. Like, you know, it would be horrible to be married and then you're getting abused and getting hurt and it's just not peaceful. And okay, so He will allow divorce for the sake of peace, but He hates it. So that's, I mean, just getting that kind of idea of the fact that how much He hates it, because it breaks up families.
Really.
You know?
And when you give your vows, it says, until death do you part. So you're supposed to be with this person for the rest of your lives. You're not really supposed to marry. This is supposed to be when marriage is serious. It is, because when you commit, and you're supposed to keep that commitment. Yeah.
You can never really give your mate 100% of yourself if you're giving yourself to other people. And it really, when you do it so many times and to so many other people, it really it takes away the value or significance of it in a way. Like, if, for example, if I tell somebody, I love you, you are it. You are the one and only person for me, right? And then I say to somebody else, you are it. You're the one and only person for me. Like, you know, it starts to mean a little bit less every time I say it. So, you know, eventually, I mean, after 10 times, I'm like, yeah, I love you. And it really doesn't mean anything, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, that first time you said it and the first time that you actually meant it, like, that means everything. So, like, why not just have that one time that you said it and that one person that you said it to, and it just be forever, you know what I'm saying? It just lasts forever, and that's just like, you know, it. You don't say it to anybody else. You don't deal with anybody else, you know? It's just y'all two. You know, and it really, like, that's true love. And when you, I don't like the idea of having, like, memories or circumstances or all of that kind of stuff, you know, like, in your marriage. Like, it's almost like you have other people in it, in your marriage, not just y'all two, because I have all of these different circumstances and experiences that I've had, and he's had all these circumstances and experiences that he's had, and now all of those people and all of his people are in our marriage, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and you want it to be like just you and your husband, y'all two in this relationship, y'all two, and you want to give yourself to the husband as a virgin, because if you're a virgin, you won't be compared to nobody else, or like, well, oh yeah, the other person I did at high school, that was like real good, and you know, like, you don't want to, that makes the girl kind of insecure too, also about herself, like, oh, I wasn't as good as so, you know, just be.
It's not like, I'm challenging anybody to give us like a real legit reason why it's necessary for you to have sex right now, not wait, but like right now, and not wait for marriage. Like, I've yet to find it. So, So who's down? Who's ready to bow to be sexually pure and wait for marriage? If you are, comment below. And if you like this video and agree with what we said, like it. Comment below and share your thoughts.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Bye.